Hello my friends and welcome to this club guide for the Pro and Expert division in the Vegas Sundown Tournament starting the 28th of May. You can practice all these holes on tour number 9, which is the 6-star hotel, and all these holes are Milano holes, which also means that we will see new holes in this upcoming tournament. We'll see 5 new holes for being exact, and also we'll see some tweaks on hole number 9, which is an old hole. There is also some amazing layout design on the new holes, which is something that I would love for you to check out. And if you do want to get any specific help when it comes to your bag, check out the team page, Team Golf/Tommy, or patreon.com/golf/Tommy, and send us a message. Have in mind that the club guide is a general club guide and it does not show exactly which type of level will be the best for the clubs. So the reason for that is that the clubs that you do have will be in different level combined compared to your opponent, which is hard to get a general level of the club. But we're going to start, and we're going to start off with hole number 1, the Thorn and the Hornet. You can go directly onto the green by using a big topper with a topspin that you do have on the right side. I see that mostly applies when it comes to pro. Go with the berserker and a big topper. We did that in the Cinco de Mayo tournament. Otherwise, if you're playing in the expert, for an example, you most likely won't get the wind, so then you would like to have your normal driver, pull yourself out to the left, stay there, use the Thorn and the Hornet for a decent opportunity for an eagle. Hole number 2, we come to a new hole right away, and this is one of the tougher par 3s we do have in the game, in my opinion. Go with the sniper or the guardian, depending on the club that you are most comfortable with. The reason for that is that you want to bounce the ball before the first rough, then you want it to bounce before the second rough into the rough and roll down to the pin. And yeah, it sounds tricky, and it mostly is. Hole number 3, one of the old holes. They have tweaked it a little bit and put some trees combined with bushes in the middle of the rough, basically just in the middle of the map of the hole, if you can picture yourself that. Check out the video guides for that and you will be able to see properly. And that is going to be way tougher to reach the green in 2. You can't go as long as you normally do. You need to go a little bit shorter. Use a sniper or a guardian with a Titan ball to give yourself some distance. If you do want to be even more safe, go with a big dog or a cataclysm on this hole for being able to reach for the green in 2. Hole number 4, the Milano par 3. This is also one of the old holes, and here the sniper and sniper or the guardian is the clubs that I want you to choose between. You can either go by the rough on the left, or you can go by the island in between the bunker. And for me it's sniper, but I know many people are using the guardian as well. Bounce it over the island, try to go for the pin for an hole-in-one. Hole number 5, the Milano par 4, the Thorn and the Saturn. Here I do want you to have some backspin when it comes to this hole. The reason for that is that I do not want you to go for as many bounces, because you can find yourself in a situation where the green or the fairway before the green will push you a little bit down towards the bunker or towards the rough. Then it's important to have some backspin. I suggest that you go on the right side if you do have side wind or some tailwind. If you do have straight tailwind, you can actually try to go for this green in 1. I hopefully going to show that in the upcoming streams during the tournament, but it is absolutely possible. If you want to go really safe, then you can go left side. Then you will have an open shot for the pin, but you will have a hard time to make the ball go as you want to, as the green is very bumpy. Sorry, not the green, the fairway before the green on the left side is very bumpy. Hole number 6, the Milano par 5. This is one of the, in my opinion, one of the toughest par 5s that we will be playing. And in general, the holes that we're going to play in this tournament is going to be very tough. You can go left side, and then you need to go as far as possible, leaving yourself with a wood club to bounce in the rough before the green. And yeah, that is a tough one. The reason I say bounce into the rough is because the pin stands so short on the green that it's going to be impossible for you to go directly onto the green with, even if you have max backspin on your wood club, to be able to get close to the pin. You can go on the right side as well. That will leave you with two options if you do find yourself be going with a good drive on the right. That is that you can bounce over on the second fairway patch over to the green, or you can go with a rough bump as well. The problem with the right side is that you most likely is going to have two trees in your way that can disrupt you a lot in your adjustment, especially if you do have wind left to right, or if you go too short on your drive to the right. I suggest the big dog and the cataclysm here to give you the distance if you by mistake go a little bit too short with your drive. Hole number 7, here I do suggest the sniper and the Saturn. The reason I suggest both of them is that you do need some decent amount of side spin. I know the Guardian could be good as well, but the sniper with accuracy and the ball guide combined with the backspin, especially if you have it in level 8, 9 or 10, it's going to be very good here. I do suggest that you're using a wind resistant ball. The reason for that is that otherwise it's going to be in between clubs when you are playing this hole. The Saturn will apply if you do have tailwind, as it's going to be impossible to adjust properly with a wood club on this hole if that's the case. Wind right to left, then I go right side. Wind left to right, I go left side. If I do have tailwind and need to play with my long iron, I go just on the fairway in the middle, bouncing it onto the green. Hole number 8, the Milano par 4, the Thorn or the Goliath, I say here, and I can also add that I would say the sniper here as well. The thing is with the Thorn or the Goliath, that is if you play it left, you bounce it over to the fairway on the left to give yourself a short one to the pin. And that is the way that I'm going to try to play it, depending on which type of wind I'm going to have. If I do have headwind, I'm going to be needed to go on the right side, play myself up, and stay away from the water that is there in the middle, giving myself a good way for a sniper towards the pin. Have in mind that you do want to go as far as possible on the fairway to the right, if you're going to play the more conservative way, or if the wind does not allow you to play in any other way, because that will give you an open shot for the pin, and that could be a good opportunity to get the eagle on this par 4. Hole at number 9, we end up with one of the old holes that are tweaked, and you can see that in the help section what has been changed. But we can see directly that the first fairway patch is so much bigger, and it now allows us to bounce over to the second fairway basically all the time. The only reason we can't is that if we do get headwind. Then we try to go as far as possible, and then we do want to have a cataclysm or a big dog to be able to go as far as possible on the fairway to leave ourselves with the shortest possible wedge or short iron or a long iron to the pin. Important when it comes to this green is that they have changed the green, which means that this green is a little bit harder to approach, and if you want to go directly onto the green, you need to use clubs with a lot of backspin. And that goes for the Guardian, that goes for the Saturn, that goes for the Thorn, so have that in mind as well. So my friends, if you do have any questions about this club guide for Pro and Expert Division in the Vegas Sundown Tournament, please pick up in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer you there. Otherwise, I will wish you the best of luck in the Vegas Sundown Tournament.